So Modest is out, illness. Io is out, Achilles soreness, probably get evaluated when we get back. Josh, still mending the ankle, but did a lot on the court today, which was encouraging, so I think he's feeling pretty good. Certainly, I think we're moving closer. I don't know about the probability of Saturday, but he's certainly better. It was a good workout on the court. Lonzo's still getting overcoming that sickness. He was pretty sick for a while. We just figured it was better to leave him home, but he is better, and the hope is that he'll be back by Saturday.
Was he the only one not to make the trip, Modest? And
Yeah, Modest is here, yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
With Josh, are we seeing cutting? Are we to that point yet?
Yes, that's where I think he's starting to feel better. In terms of what they've built him up to, he's kind of tolerated that pretty well. So I think he's feeling pretty good. I think that there'll be more that he'll need to do physically, but every step he's kind of gotten through right now. But
So Saturday's still probably a long shot?
No, I wouldn't say it's a long shot. But I think a lot's going to depend on how he responds off today's workout, and then probably get another one in tomorrow, and then that would probably be a pretty good tell of whether or not he'd be available on Saturday.
And then Io with the Achilles, is it?
He's got soreness back there that has, I think, kind of lingered a little bit, and it's gotten, I think, sore, and some of it, maybe his minutes, I don't know, but enough that they want to evaluate him and look at it. But he is uncomfortable right now, with it in terms of planting, pushing off, kind of springing, jumping, that kind of stuff's bothering him.
Not for you to divulge your exact X's and O's of how you defend Trae Young, but I think I've looked over like the last 9 games. You guys have held him to, I think he's like 22 points, but field goal percentage is 37 or something like that, and his 3-point percentage is even way lower than his career. So he's had to work for everything. Shout out to Sam Smith, Jordan rules, but I mean, what are the Trae rules that you guys kind of use to make life a little more difficult for him?
Well, I think that the biggest thing with him is he's such a complete offensive player in the fact that he has a great ability to get everybody else involved. So it's not only him scoring, it's the ability to assist, throw lobs to Capella, generate corner threes. I think it all starts with him, is how well you can defend him without fouling. He's really good. When he gets in the lane, he understands how to stop, draw fouls, sweep throughs, all those kind of things. So I think it starts there. I think with a great offensive player like him, you're not going to take away everything, from him. But the biggest thing I think is, can you keep a body on him, pressure on the ball without fouling? I mean, I think that's really the challenge over 48 minutes with him. He's got really, really deep range. Some of those he's going to make, and you're going to have to live with them. But I think where he really creates a lot of problems is when he's, getting 12 to 15 assists. He's getting to the free throw line 8 to 12 times. He's getting, himself 20 to 25 points. And now what happens is everybody kind of gets involved and everybody kind of feeds off of him. So I do think it starts with the fouling. You got to be really disciplined against him, and it's a hard challenge because a lot of times he'll come off screening action, he'll stop and jump and draw those fouls. Sometimes he gets you on his back and he feels any pressure, he'll just stop and jump up and shoot. So you got to kind of work your way around in front of him, and then the bigs in coverage you've got to trust, because Capella's such a lob threat going to the rim. That you got to be able to, one, have active hands against him, and then you're going to have to be able to X-cut and get and cover the backside, because even if you take away Capella's, role with the low man, that's where they get corner threes for him. So there's a lot that you have to deal with him over and over.
You've had guys that seemingly have taken that matchup personally, whether it's Io, Alex, whoever it was in the past. Is there something about just that it's Trae Young and guys do take that matchup personally? I mean, there's, every night you're going to see somebody in the NBA that you've matched up against, but it seems like there's a little more there where guys just take that personal.
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily him. I do think there's a respect level in the league, to your point, that every night it's going to be somebody else. Like we're going to come back on Saturday, now it's going to be Giannis and Lillard if they're back healthy, and Middleton. Every night it's somebody.
Right.
But if you're not really locked in against those elite offensive players, I mean, you could be in for a very, very long night, and guys can put up big numbers. I don't know if it's anything towards Trae as much as it's probably a respect level that our team has for him as a player and what he's capable of doing.
Billy, you guys like to play fast. Atlanta likes to play fast. But being so short-handed tonight, is this a night where you pulled put the brakes on a little bit, or do you still try to play the same way?
No, we've got to still play the same way. You know, I think we've got enough guys, that will be available, that we've got to play that way. I don't think you go into a game and sit there and say, hey, listen, we're going to play differently because we have a lot of people out. It's a matter of just some different guys off the bench coming in and getting maybe more of an opportunity in this game than maybe they've had in the past. But it's not necessarily that we need to change, how we're trying to play. I think that'd be probably more difficult to do.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you
Thanks,
guys.